What's up guys, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be showing a set, one of my sets this time, using a team with Mantine and G-Fisk, or Galarian Stunfisk, and then Ferrothorn. And finally got that Ferrothorn maxed out, so I wanted to give it a try. But I'm not sure how much I like this team. It is very difficult for me to play well with it, or at least to like get... This is the only 4-in-1 set I've done, and I've done many sets with it. So I'm still looking for another team that I'm going to try. I still want to try that Shadow Sharpedo team, obviously. That was hilarious. Love the comments, by the way, so thank you guys so much for watching that. But yeah, let's just get into this set and not waste any more time. Let's just get into it. Alright, so we have a Umbreon lead, and with Umbreon I kind of tend to just usually shield the first time, and I just kind of throw a couple bubble beams, and then I just go straight Ice Beam. This is kind of like a tanky Pokemon, so it's going to take... This matchup does take a while, but if you're going to shield, you might as well shield the first foul play, because you're debuffing it, so you know it'll do less damage, you know, further on in the match. So I will just usually shield the first one, and then I won't shield anymore. And if I lose the matchup, fine. If I win, even better. But usually we could, depending on, maybe depends on IVs, but we should be able to win this one. So I throw another Bubble Beam. Actually, I think I threw 3 this time, and before I start throwing the Ice Beams. I'm not sure. I kind of lost count already. But yeah, I just probably should have gone Ice Beam here, because I was getting low on health, and I'm not sure if I would have gotten to another Ice Beam by now. So yeah, I think I should have definitely gone Ice Beam. That was my mistake there, but we do have enough energy because we debuffed it so much. We're able to get to a one more Bubble Beam before we go down, so we almost win that matchup. I think we could have done better if we, you know, threw an Ice Beam a little bit earlier, but we farm it up a little bit with our Galarian Stunfisk, so that's fine. So it gives us an energy advantage, and we come in with a Alolan Marowak matchup, so we're just going to throw Rock Slide, straight Rock Slide. We can knock it out with 2 of them, and they elect not to shield that first one, so we're just going to take this Bone Club, and it won't do a huge amount of damage, so we're going to go for Rock Slide again. Hopefully they won't shield, but I'm expecting a shield, so they shield. And this one, this Bone Club will be close. If I don't shield it, it'll leave me with a sliver to where I might not be able to get to my, I won't be able to get to my Rock Slide, so I decide to shield so that I can throw the Rock Slide, and then they elect not to shield, so we win that secondary matchup. But we won that. We didn't switch out, so it really didn't matter too much. In the beginning, we didn't switch, so we throw a Rock Slide. We get the last shield, and now this is going to be a tough match to win, because the Earthquake is going to do almost 50% health, and that's going to hurt. We have no shields, so we're just going to go Power Whip, and yeah, this is not going to do a lot of damage. The Meganium resists electric and grass, so this is not a great matchup to be in. So yeah, I don't think we win this one, to be honest. Yeah, we got close. Oh no, we timed out. We had 2 Pokemon. Did we win that one? Oh, we did win that one. Okay, so we must have had more health after that timeout. That was a very close match. We didn't even play it that well, but we still won, so that was very, very lucky. Second match, we go up against a Shadow Hypno. Now, again, I usually will throw a Bubble Beam first, depending on the opponent. Sometimes I'll switch it up and go Ice Beam if I don't think they're going to shield. But in this case, I went Bubble Beam, and I decided to shield just in case they had Thunder Punch, because we are double weak to Electric, but they had Ice Punch. So I'm thinking they might have like Ice Punch Fire Punch or Ice Punch Shadow Ball. If they don't have Thunder Punch, we're like in great shape. So I decided not to shield this one, and they throw Ice Punch again, so that was even better. I can probably let this one go. I probably should have thrown an Ice... Did I not throw an Ice Beam? Okay, here I go. Ice Beam, finally. So if they don't shield this, we might be able to win this matchup. And we do. Okay, so they don't shield, so we're able to win that matchup. So now we can decide what we want to come in with. I go with Ferrothorn. Hopefully they don't switch out. I really hate... I'm like always paranoid they're going to switch out right when I'm doing a charge move, like do a sack swap. And so I overcharge a little bit, and they sure enough, they switched. So I'm going to go for the Power Whip. And do I switch? Yeah, so I switch here and I tank the Rock Slide perfectly with the Stunfisk. That was nice. Now we can just race to the Earthquake. The thing is, I'm low enough in health that Earthquake would KO, but I didn't get to, I shouldn't have shielded that. I didn't get to my Earthquake, so it wasn't too likely they would have gotten to theirs. But yeah, we were close. So I decided to shield. I get baited, but then I go for the shield bait, and I'm successful. So now I go for the Earthquake, and we beat him to it, so we knock him out. Rock Slide would not have KO'd from there, so I had to go for Earthquake. And so now, with shields down, I can go for another Earthquake. It's definitely the move you want to throw against Azumarill. It's neutral to ground. So if you can land an Earthquake, it does a big chunk of damage. So now we're going to take this Ice Beam, which does a big chunk too because we're neutral to ice. And then we're going to go for the Power Whip, and this should KO, and we win game 2. So we're off to a great start in this set. The main weakness with this team is electric leads. I don't think I've won a match yet running into an Alolan Raichu or like a Lantern lead or Melmetal. They're just too hard to beat. And then when you give up switch advantage, it's really tough to come back from that. Plus, this team doesn't really have, in my opinion, like the best safe swap candidates. Like Galarian Stunfisk, when you switch into it right away, they can come in with an Azumarill or like a fighter. Like it's not the best situation to be in. Like some Pokemon are good as a safe switch, but with this team, I don't think it has great of a safe switch, which is why I'm not in love with this team. But if you can avoid running into an electric lead, Mantine can win a lot of leads, and that's one of the reasons I do like Mantine. And unlike every time I think of Shadow Sharpedo now, I just start laughing. But unlike Shadow Sharpedo, Mantine has a high defense stat, so you don't have to worry about, unless it's an electric, you don't have to worry about many other Pokemon other than electric. So it makes your lead matchups a lot easier to win. But yeah, so it's a little risky. But yeah, so we're still looking for another team, but so far this team was working pretty well. I mean, you got Galarian Stunfisk, solid Pokemon. Oh man, I think this was the one. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I think this was the one where Victini triple V creates me. Okay, so yeah, I shield that first one, I get hit with the second one, and then he has a third one ready to go, and this is... Or wait, was that the second one? Yeah, I think that was the second one. And then he lands the third one. Oh my gosh, and then KOs. That was just, that was brutal to watch. I looked it up. V-Create is only 40 energy, which is just insane. Yes, it does lower their defense by 3 stages, but it's just crazy that it's only 40 energy, because like Confusion charges up somewhat quickly, and it was just a dangerous move. Okay, so anyways, stupid Victini, but now we're 2-1. I decide to switch out, and we are able to tank this Icy Wind with the Galarian Stunfisk, and they give up the switch advantage, I believe, so I can just go straight Rock Slide, and this just should be a pretty easy matchup to win. So they shield, and which is fine. I'll take those shields all day. This won't do anything. Icy Wind will not do anything, and so we're just gonna go. Even though our attack is lowered, Rock Slide is still I think it's double super effective. I can't remember because it's ice and flying, so it should be double super effective. And so even with the debuffs, I'm not worried about it. Rock Slide will still KO it. They come back in with their Scrafty, and so now I was guessing. I misguessed. I guessed incorrectly. I thought it was gonna be a foul play. So that was a good shield bait on their part, but I go for the Bubble Beam, and because we are a flying type, like the wing attacks are going to do super effective damage, and so I'm hoping it's not a foul play. Luckily it's not. Probably should have thrown a foul play there maybe, but they were trying to probably get my other shield. So luckily we did not shield that, which allows us to get another Bubble Beam, and we should be able to... I don't think this is enough for a foul play, so I decided not to shield, and luckily it wasn't. And so we were able to win that without burning our shield, and then we can come in with another Bubble Beam to their Clefable. So since this is their last Pokemon, I don't have to worry about them switching out, so Bubble Beam I'm totally fine throwing. Sometimes I would go straight for the Ice Beam if they have another Pokemon, because if I go Bubble Beam, they're just going to switch out anyways, and it doesn't do much damage, so I end up regretting that. So So that's, in this case, when it's the last Pokemon, I can throw a Bubble Beam, and now I lower their attack, so this will be an easier matchup to win. These Charms are not going to do as much damage, and then we can just go straight Power Whip, and this should end the match right here. Alright, so now we are 3-1 going into our last game, and we are going to be running into, please not electric, it's a Stunfisk. Okay, Stunfisk, we could win this matchup if they don't shield and we decide to burn both of our shields, but I don't want to burn both my shields in this matchup. I don't know, I just want to save it just in case. So I go for I shield the first attack because it's going to do the most damage. I go for Bubble Beam. Now you're going to see here, despite us being weak to rock, this rock slide, we can tank it okay. So you see there, we're not even in the yellow yet. So because we lowered its attack, we're able to tank that rock slide. We're going to go for another Bubble Beam. So this should be that was the second one, I believe. And from here on out, I'm going to go for Ice Beam. Because look at, they're already in the yellow. We're actually ahead in health. But we are going to fall behind here. But now I'm going to go for Ice Beam. This should put us back ahead. And so if I really wanted to, I could win this matchup if I burn both my shields. It's not likely that your Stunfisk will shield against a Mantine. No, not many people like to shield Mantine. But I figure I can farm up with Galarian Stunfisk because its attack is lowered and they're not going to get to an Earthquake. And so now I can have an energy advantage. So I'm hoping that's enough for me to come back. So I land the Earthquake, which is awesome. And now I'm going to go for Rock Slide to hopefully make them think I'm going for another Earthquake. Even though I didn't quite get to it, but they do shield, so that was very lucky. You know, we got close, so it wasn't like the most crazy thing to read. But yeah, so they throw an Ice Beam, so now I'm thinking they might have Ice Beam Play Rough. So I probably should have gone for the Rock Slide there. That was a bad move on my part. Should have just went for the damage. But the good news is we have a full health Ferrothorn. I can try to farm up energy, which is why I didn't charge that at all. But they decided to shield and then switch out. So this is a perfect situation. We have a shield. We can throw straight Thunder, and this should KO, like 2 Thunders should KO the Skarmory, and then we can come back. So I'm going to probably shield. Yeah, I'm going to shield here because Sky Attack does neutral damage, and it's a big chunk. So I'm going to overfarm because I need the Power Whip for the Azu, and so I overfarm, go with Thunder. I should be like 2 Bullet Seeds away, and then I can Power Whip for the win. So I had to overfarm there just in case that Azu was able to get to like an Ice Beam. I wanted to make sure we had enough energy. So in that set we go 4-1, and again that was the best set I've had. I've done like I lost count. That's how many sets. There's what, 5 sets a day. I've probably done like 15 sets with this team, and I haven't been able to get a 5-0. So I'm looking for some more spicy teams. But yeah, but this is a pretty solid team. So if you want to give it a try, go for it. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And hope you guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.